It was a busy day in the ongoing search for answers in the aftermath of the East Palestine train derailment. A rally by residents calling for justice was held in Columbus. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But tonight in East Palestine, the EPA came to town as residents get set for a long summer. Lydia Aspar was there.
It was February 3rd when a Norfolk Southern train derailed in the middle of town here in East Palestine. It burned for days. Then this. A slow release of a toxic chemical. Today, everything appears to be normal, but it isn't. Work on the track still going. There's contamination underneath.
I'd say we're about 98% clean underneath the tracks.
A gathering in town outside the library to meet the helpers is where I found Mark Durno from the EPA.
Now there's some cleanup work that needs to happen just north of the tracks where those tank cars were staged after they burned, and just south of the tracks where we know some contamination had flowed to.
He and others are here explaining the cleanup process.
Would you like an applesauce or a pudding?
And offering assistance, especially to kids.
There's still a need, and those kids, we want to make sure they have food, we want to make sure they have books in their hands.
What do you think your bunny would like?
But is it enough? They want results. They want what everyone else has. They want a safe place to live, says Robin Seaman.
This is a great fun event for kids, but I think we also have to be paying attention to what's actually happening in the community, too.
Even after 4 months, there is still so much work to do. While the Sulphur River looks clean and fresh, the EPA says it's still contaminated. So they're telling people to keep out, stay out, especially the kids during the summer months.
We know there's contamination there. We just need to figure out how much.
The summer months here in East Palestine won't be easy, especially for the kids. Streets are blocked, rivers are chemically dangerous, and the signs of the train derailment remain. Normal is still years away.
We need to monitor the groundwater for years or maybe even decades.
In East Palestine, Lydia Aspar, 3 News.
As we mentioned, a group of East Palestine residents was in Columbus today for a rally at the State House. The group, called the Unity Council for the East Palestine train derailment, is trying to get Governor DeWine to submit a disaster declaration before the deadline of July 3rd. The group says, as you heard there, its community is suffering from all kinds of health issues, and many still cannot live at home.
I thought of hundreds of things I could have talked about, but I kept going back to one thing. And one thing that probably the vast majority of you people here are fortunate enough to have, and that's a home. I'll tell you about my home.
A disaster declaration would provide a wide range of federal assistance programs for the people affected by the train derailment.